Welcome to Week 4 Spring Gridiron Report. I'm Brian Kells here reporting for this week. Unfortunately, my co-host, Todd, is out of the state. He's up in New Jersey. He's working around, working for Quick Cut, trying to get some people signed up to use that awesome platform. So I'm going to be here hosting by myself this week. And what a week it was. It was a beautiful week this past Saturday. Lots of great football on the field, lots of great weather. It actually heated up. It got really warm on Saturday. I know that. It was a very hot day, and so were the games on the field. So speaking of the games, why don't we go ahead and jump right into our highlights. Let's check out our 6U highlights. Those are some great 6U highlights. I know I really enjoy watching those guys. It's amazing what they know as 6-year-olds in terms of football already. It's going to be great to see where they end up one day when they get to high school if they stick with the game. And let's go ahead and move on to our 8U highlights. Let's check those ones out. Those are some great 8U highlights. Don't forget to go online and vote for your favorite highlight of each age group. Last week we had a lot of people go online and vote. Here are the winners from last week. Congratulations to all of our winners from last week's highlights. Don't forget to go online and vote. It's pretty cool when the kids win. They get the recognition. Their highlight gets played the week after, and they also get a t-shirt. And also, if you are a winner, do not forget to email Todd at QuickCut so you can get your t-shirt sent to you. All right? So please make sure you do that right away. All right, speaking of winners here, what I want to do now is transition into a segment here, a little chalk talk. I'm going to bring a coach on who coached 8-man for a long time with me. His name is Matt Trumbley. Let's go over to Matt and talk a little football.
Guys, Coach asked me to talk real quick about some quick defensive alignment. Our rules, because you guys see all kind of different offenses, so you need to be versatile and be able to adjust quickly. So we gave our kids some simple rules. We're going to have one less down lineman than they have offensive linemen down. So here we get a full offensive line because they have 5-0 linemen. We have 4 down linemen here. Over here we're going to have a 4 line where we'll have 3. Okay, we always try to be balanced, somewhat balanced with these down linemen. Over here you get your spread set where you have 3 down linemen, so we would have 2 defensive ends. So this gives us the ability to be versatile and use our players' gifts, right? So. Right, you have to find a guy that's be able to play some linebacker, some end, and maybe possibly play a linebacker if you're getting both offenses in 1 week. Or you can have a substitution, or you can substitute those kids based on what you're playing. Also, emotion, right? A lot of this stuff we just always want to balance up. So if we got like a motion here into trips, we would just come down here, and now our coverage would change, and we would adjust with it. We just always try to be balanced with the offense. If you have any questions, reach out to Coach and we can address those questions in the future.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that Chalk Talk section. We're going to try and bring a new section like that to you each week as we move forward. Now we're going to move into the 10U division. Let's check out those 10U highlights. Man, those 10U guys got after it this past week. It's awesome seeing those highlights from those 10Us. And now let's jump into that 11U bracket. Don't forget, you need to go online and vote. Vote for your favorite highlights so that they can win a t-shirt. Now let's go. Let's check out those 11U highlights. Hard to believe that the regular season's winding down. We've got 1 week of regular season play left. 1 week. And then it's playoff time, which is exciting, but it's also win or go home time. So the season's coming to an end for a lot of our players. So make sure you're putting in that extra work these next couple weeks to get yourself another round of the playoffs so you get that second round. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to be out the fields. Our camera's going to be there filming. We're going to put lots of great highlights out. So speaking of highlights, let's go ahead and move on. 12U. Check out the 12U highlights. Boy, those 12Us can really play. See all those passes and the run. It's just amazing to see them move. We've got good jukes, lots of good skill sets. That's a great age group, a lot of fun to watch. Now moving on to our final age group, the 14U, the ones that are kind of in high school. Some of them are in high school, some are in middle school. A lot of really great football goes on out there, a lot of high level football that's going on out there. So let's go ahead and check out the 14U highlights. All right, those are some great 14U highlights. And speaking of 14U, I've got two 14U Raiders here with me, Volusia Raiders. They're here to talk about their power rankings matchup game they just had this past Saturday. It was a 1 versus 3. 1 was Fleming Allen, and 3 was the Volusia Raiders. And the Raiders came out on top. With me, I got Mason Moore and Dakari Mackey. Mason, tell me a little bit about the keys to victory on the defensive side.
So the keys on victory to the defensive side were probably like executing the game plan, which was to stop the pass, and we knew we could stop the run.
Yeah, absolutely. You take away the pass from Fleming Allen, you always got a good chance. I know that for sure. And Dakari, let's talk a little bit about the offensive game plan. Well, how'd you guys do offensively?
Again, we executed the game plan, which was to run the ball and sneak in a couple pop passes in there.
All right, awesome. That pop pass is always good, especially when you're running. It opens it wide up and just pop it right over the top. All right, and it was a great win. Now, where do you go moving forward? What are the keys for the rest of the season, Mason?
I think we go moving forward. We just focus on the next game. We make sure we win.
All right, and Dakari?
We have to keep improving. Practice after practice, we have to keep improving and making ourselves better and playing with heart every game.
All right, so you got one last regular season game, and then we get to the playoffs. It's when it's elimination time. So I wish you guys the best as we move into the playoffs. Look forward to seeing you out there on Saturday playing. And speaking of that, why don't you guys take us into the power rankings?
Dakari Mackey.
I'm Mason Moore.
And these guys are ready to take you to the power rankings. Check them out. Well, there you have it. There's the power rankings for this week. I'm your host, Brian Kells. This is your Spring Gridiron Report. We'll see you next week on the Gridiron.